All right, what's going on, good folks of YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Saw the title. Today I want to talk about, I said one of my favorite topics. Aliens, of course. Everybody loves aliens. Who doesn't love aliens, right? You know what I'm saying? Often we see representations of aliens like these, right? You know what I'm saying? We see an external form of humanoid or some shit like that coming to us from an external environment. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of times when we're growing up in our environment, we'll be shown representations and forms of what that might be. Um, you see what I'm saying? But we can't get lost in someone else's visualization of what that is, what that representation is, if you get what I'm saying. Um, because everything just is comes basically from a characteristic. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes from a vice. Everything comes from a characteristic that we play out that takes a shape and form. And I'll get to that. I'll get to what I mean by that a little bit later. But let's just focus here for a little bit. The fact that we be in society and people show us, like, you know what I'm saying, pictures of UFOs. You know what I'm saying, what reality is and what reality isn't. But I want to give you guys a different perspective of what could be that reality if you have the intelligence, if you have the intuition to tap into this type of information of knowledge. So now, since without further ado, let's talk about this a little bit. What are aliens? What are extraterrestrials? You know what I'm saying? Um, isn't isn't something viewed alien simply by the information that it presents? Isn't something alien basically something that a regular human mind can't fathom? Um, could that possibly mean that alien is a nature? Could it mean that alien is a form of information created, a foreign intelligence, an unknown intelligence, an understood intelligence? See what I'm saying? Like if you tune into a little bit into into the fucking news channels of science a little bit, they'll talk about receiving alien signals, receiving signals from outer space that they're trying to measure via technology and devices and things of that nature, right? Um, so they're trying to understand what are these stars, galaxies, and things sending signals, sending frequencies, informations. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is a form of information. Everything is a form of information. And information has can create functions, just like technology. By understanding and absorbing information, you could understand technologies and things like that. So you can even look at this with the physical things we build. Like if a caveman comes up to a person who has built a boat, a mechanism, uh, perhaps they would be not excited. They would be kind of like, "Whoa, what is this? This is strange. I've never seen this. I've lived my life in the wild and I've seen trees fall out of apples fall out of trees and monkeys swinging, but I have yet to never see such a thing." And they can come up with some foreign alien concept that's something that they cannot do necessarily, but it's just something that they haven't received the information about. So, if you're with me so far, may I please going? May I please keep going? Basically, aliens is a concept of information. Now, we are thought to believe, we are teach to believe that information is something that needs to be given to you or thought to you by someone. And yes, everything needs a take care of, needs some form of growth to maintain its safety until it grows. But everything around you is absorbing information, right? So even when you can look at water as a form of information, you know what I'm saying? You can record the level of information in water. You can look at the pH level. There's information in water. And based on that information, it influences us and things of that nature. Once you, so information essentially flows through everything around us. And this information this frequency, these energies are a starting point to, you know what I'm saying, to start to see a new path, a new way of doing something, you know what I'm saying, a new understanding, something that hasn't yet been revealed or understood. Not necessarily revealed, but it's kind of like an upgrade to you. It's kind of like an upgrade of your understanding. It's kind of like an upgrade in your life. You know what I'm saying? So let's say, for example, like you're having a problem with your individuality, just as a person. You don't know how to be like an individual or something. You always got, you know what I'm saying, someone else directing your mind towards what matter, what doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? In all areas of life, entertainment, um, you know, entertainment, business structure, and just, you know what I'm saying, the five pillars that essentially create a society, right? So we gotta understand when it comes to this type of information, um, if you can create some kind of monopoly on this information, if you can withhold certain information, um, you would be at an advantage versus other people, right? On other people. Like, what if you just woke up one day and you didn't know you were playing a game this whole time? You know what I'm saying? You didn't understand the tools around you was things that we created from forms of information to be observed and understood. You know what I'm saying? Because everything has a function and is a virtue behind that function. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people look at, for example, Archangel Michael as an actual living entity, as an actual living angel, a descendant from heaven and God. But what you must actually understand is, in truth, that Michael is simply a virtue and a principle. It's it's a direction you actually go with your mind. That's why when in Bible stories, Gabriel and all these people, when they come in the Bible and they show you new information about how to do something, that would be considered a revelation because that was new information that has just entered the environment. But you have to understand that there's so many different types of information that you can use to create reality. It's just simply you being here in a vessel, in a human body, and having this mind right now. You're absorbing the information in your reality and you're constructing a reality based on that. Now, there's levels to reality where you can take your personal reality. You see what I'm saying? So this is how we see even successful people that, for example, first realize who they are. They know who they want to be. And then they look around them, they look inside of this, and they relate to the world. They try to, you know what I'm saying, have a reflection about how they feel. And then they understand why they want to do that. They create a why type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Three, basically. And then they create habits around that. You know what I'm saying? And then they create higher ways to do that. So like Michael Jordan being able to shoot in certain ways, players in the NBA and all that stuff. Even track runners that run further for the first time, and then it's realized by people that this is a new type of information that we can actually go perform. You see what I'm saying? Because they haven't been even aware of that possibility in the first place before it has been done by someone like them. So you get it? We are building our minds. We're building our minds to create something here, okay? We're building our minds to create something. But the way we build our minds is from the information around us. So everything around you is a form of information if you understand simply the virtue and the device behind that. Simple. You can look at a tree and make a whole poetry book about that. You could be like, oh, you stable, beautiful tree, you sustain yourself around all the four seasons, you bear fruits for the people, because it's a virtue and a principle. You see what it does. Now, you look at a tree, you can take that same thing, you can do that in your life. Just be stable in whatever you want to do, and it's going to bear fruit. So this is now where we have all these Bibles. Now this is where we have all these indoctrinations that people create for each other. You see what I'm saying? All these forms of indoctrinations that people just create for each other. Just traps. But it's just a concept. It's an idea built by intelligences. So you see what I'm saying? So when you see what I'm saying? It's just intelligence. It's all about having intelligence. It's about using the world around you to build intelligence. So when I'm showing you aliens like these, I'm just showing you forms of intelligences. That's it. Like they created an awareness around being that. Let's not get lost in the shape and the representations. Remember, we're talking about virtues and principles. We're talking about characteristics that we play out. I was just talking about Michael. I was just talking about going in a mental direction. They're all mental directions. Think about when you say the word depressed. When you say I'm going through depression, you're saying you're depressed. There's some kind of pressure holding down on you. That's basically what you're saying. Isn't that a mental direction? Isn't that you going somewhere with your mind creating a form of a structure? Real shit. You gotta start considering this type of stuff. So when you see a nigga like this, a reptilian, all we're talking about is goddamn the reptilian brain, shit like that. We're talking about virtues and principles. We're talking about, you know what I'm saying, aggression. We're talking about fight or flight. We're talking about all that. But all this nature is part of this human body. So you can see how you play that out. You know what I'm saying? We can see people overseas right now, you know what I'm saying, just going after each other and all that type of shit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere really. Just because you're in a safe city, don't even mean you're safe. Shit's popping everywhere all the goddamn time. You could die from a heart stroke, yo. Die from anything out here. So, you know what I'm saying? So all this is just information that we are using to create the world and to build our mind. And you know what I'm saying? Once you get to a certain level of understanding, you even start to understand that your mind is just that same UFO, that same spaceship that they've always been talking about. If you look at the Sumerians, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you always see some form of like spaceship, a sun disk that someone gets on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's probably where they even got the idea of even making an actual UFO, because a lot of these people is not even creative, and that's actually gonna be another video. A lot of these people is not even creative. They're just taking like stuff that was already there and just using it as I guess that's type of shit. Real shit. No lies there. I tell you, no lies, yo. Because even in caves, like there was people drawing even the shape of their mental body, the shit that they wanted to take a shape and a form in. But you gotta understand that we didn't have even that much awareness to even create that form. See what I'm saying? So it started off little by little. Some people built themselves up, and there's people from outside of this awareness, which you would call prophets. That's a whole other discussion. War leaders and all that type of stuff that you actually believe are leaders, but in definition are actually a form of alien information in a mind. They have a construction here. They have saying an understanding of how the world around them plays out, and it's bigger than you, and so they have a more bigger influence than you. You see what I'm saying? That's why. I mean, that's why we here. We gotta learn this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's about goddamn time we wake up. It's about goddamn time we wake up to what reality and existence actually is. Now you see what I'm talking about. You see how I'm telling you, school is an indoctrination. They use some dumbass niggas informed information. Man, what the hell am I gonna do with 1+1? 1+1 ain't even 1. All right, let's look at it this way. If I create the terms and conditions behind 1+1, right? Let's say I say 1+1 is a number, and add these together equals 2. But I create another terms and condition now separate from that one. I say no. In this point of view, now we are adding 1+1 to create 3. Which, let's say in alchemy and science, you could look at this as taking 2 elements, 1+1, and making it a third new element. So that'd be considered 3. But you see how you have to really pay attention. This is not a joke. You have to really pay attention. Because in everything you do in life, someone's setting up a form of terms and conditions for you to even participate in that thing in the first place. Because it's all about energy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about getting you to give somebody else your current afloat. You know what I'm saying? Just like you see people harnessing rivers, you see people harnessing energy in real life, you are that very same resource that's getting harnessed every single damn day, Monday to Saturday. You getting harnessed every day. Ain't you got a job? Ain't you gotta go to church every Sunday? Ain't you gotta go to the mosque 5 times a day? You know what I'm saying? Ain't you gotta do that? But why do you even need that? That's someone else's terms and conditions. Create your own terms and conditions. That's at least what I'm trying to do. I don't know about other people. I don't know about other people, yo, real shit. I don't know about other people. God damn it. But yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you enjoy this. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, you just gotta understand the nature of things. And that's it. Life is very simple. We could all learn this shit. And we could all run a portion of the world if we want to. Run intellectual property. But you gotta be smart enough, not even smart enough, just get into your natures. Stop getting distracted from yourself. We're letting too many things take us outside of ourselves. Okay? And but I can talk for hours, but I gotta go real shit. Appreciate y'all. Take care.